Wait. Huh? No. The scribe's work is simple, which is exactly why I took the position. Here you are.
Looks like I went too far. Let's end this quickly. This isn't good.
Curses. There's sand in my shoes.
Happy to oblige.
New punch.
Everyone hold hands. There is no escape.
That's close I'll be welcome here. Scatter. Regret.
Ad Astra. Thank you for shine down.
You are not welcome here.
The Temple of Wisdom. Everybody stand back.
Let's end this now. Regret.
Illusion shattered. I see
You
everything.
are not welcome here.
Sharing my knowledge. Teamwork is dreamwork.
The process of elimination.
Regret again.
escape.
Not welcome here. Let's end this now.
Everybody stand back.
Here you are.
Will. Again.
Illusion shattered.
You are not welcome.
Make yourself at home. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Surprise.
Will. Meet.
Shine down. I see everything.
Not welcome here.
Huh? Everybody stand back. Adventure time. Let's light it up. I'm getting sick of
Will. Meet. Again. Regret.
There is no escape.
You are not welcome here.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Scatter. Yeah.
Illusion shattered. I see everything.
Here you are.
There is no escape. I'm going in.
Surprise!
Illusion shattered.
Right.
Off we go. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Oh, so that's how it is.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli, but I never knew that you were— It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people. There are many things I—
Oh, you flatter us. If it's possible...
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start—
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that hotel invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be— Happy Lantern Ride, everyone!
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Happy Lantern Ride! Are you having fun? Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before, but this is the first. I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave—
us. Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating.
Hold on. Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Oh, let's see. Someone here knows how to encourage people. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli, too. He gave me lots of use. Oh, so that's what you were talking about.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally Zhongling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are comparable to a melody dancing on the tongue. My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
Oh, the two of you always do. Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe based...
That sounds like it might become a little safer to...
How about I sample the dishes next time?
Speaking of eating, Paimon feels like we're missing... Oh, Huta was the one who invited us, but she's not here. Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant. You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably would... As for Hutao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time. Seems like it's almost time.
Huh? Hutao went to fetch someone in person? Could it be... Kuching?
She didn't clarify. And as her subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the detail.
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
Oh, I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror of Demons. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight are not only young and accomplished. To convene here with all of you is in...
It's almost Lantern Rite. Yet you took all the trouble coming here.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil.
Then why would you come all the way to Wang?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yen Xiao and received some spices from him. And...
What about the sesame oil?
It's a shame.
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang... Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go let her... Everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some extent. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty great. You two sit together.
You should take a seat too, Director.
Oh? Finally remembered me? When we arrived just now, the host at Shinue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
Paimon would have never guessed the person who Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler.
You know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked... You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations. Hard to imagine that thanks to Hutao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him.
Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. Changyu, I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off. I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet again.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden. Adeptus Xiao, mighty conqueror of demons. Please accept Paimon's greetings too. Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh on Paimon.
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere. I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggshells.
What's your true intent?
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float into the sky. And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a...
Indeed. Exceptional acting skill.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something good. We all worked really hard this year. Whether traveling or cooking, helping with the family business, exercising evils, and of course, our consultant, who's been helping out everyone, has done some pretty amazing things. As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying that I'm...
Huh? Sounds kinda self-important, but... Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into coming. He rarely ever enters Leo.
It wasn't as complicated as you think.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of I know you're there.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Is there something you need?
That does sound like one of
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering?
There might be other reasons.
Smart guy.
Huh? There's more to it?
It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with...
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. The Adepti vanquished the demons, the Millelith fought valiantly, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was... That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war. And it effectively...
That's right. 1 point for the consult. But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him. You know him pretty well, huh?
This matter is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine.
But I didn't expect there to be so many people.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling... Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so...
That's not the same. And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey, don't look away.
Huh? What?
I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too. You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food. If he'd seen that, he'd definitely make...
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that But now that I think of it, Xianglin told me that Guoba used to be this...
It sounds like you've heard the rumors.
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend. Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before.
Right! Wait, what?
Seeds of story. Brought.
And cultivated by time. Did Paimon just unconsciously complete that voice? Could it be?
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone... don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guest.
No such need. I'm coming in. You finally let me in. Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new...
Oh, it's the tone-deaf book.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat and be my guest. Help yourself. Oh, I'll ask them for...
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising... Whoa, these dishes look amazing. Is it
Huh, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Genyu?
Genyu?
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look, I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Genyu's new...
Venti, you're being too humble. considering your poetic talent.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
Yeah! Xiao, you remember me too, right? We had a chat not long ago.
Yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to... I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago, when I happened to run into...
You've already forgotten? And bards go around singing wherever they like.
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody. And it made me feel...
Thank you for your patronage.
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory...
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be...
Oh, you're too nice, Venti. Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stuff. From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect... Xiao, you're an adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that.
Really? But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable. Huh? Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often.
Really? I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhang. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most...
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall... I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement.
Now you're making me I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill There's one I heard a while back that went, The old house is renewed, welcoming the spring. The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of...
I think so, too. The composition needs a... If I were to give it a go, I'd make it... An old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it.
You have great taste, Venti. I was afraid about you.
Of course!
Hey, Xingqiu! Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones. I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the...
I don't think it's your fault.
Chongyun's right. It's not our fault.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the tone-deaf bard here?
I heard that Liua will be hosting a Lantern-Rite Music Festival this year. As a musician myself, getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think? As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once, so I had to don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Xinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, people are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict enough. The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly, and we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. To come together with all of you at the beginning of the year. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my...
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was... now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like that, did I? We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt, but since Mr. Zhongli insists on drinking tea...
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food and drinks. Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems...
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts. Should...
What's with the urgency? Sure.
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after a meal.
Paimon will come too. Yeah? Okay then. Don't forget to come back.
Are you all right? It's hard to describe. It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few others for a drink. Even the Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. Everything they say is straight from the heart. It never gets too complicated. But this time... No. I didn't... So you know his true identity. The Animo Archon is a free spirit, and his temperament is as carefree as the music he plays on the flute. And that's something I might never be able to do. That does sound like something you would say. No matter. I know my circumstance. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels... strangely novel. Yes, the parlor director went out of her way with the invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, and I knew that you would, but I didn't expect the other guests to be... General Capisis always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. Perhaps, but I think he meant designing clothes for those around him. The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. The outfit he wears now was also designed by General... I never saw him wear this during the war. I didn't expect him to start wearing it.
Oh, here you are. I'm not intruding, right?
You're not. What?
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring out the Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching. To be honest, I was kind of worried too. You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu.
You're worrying too much. Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Please wait! There's another reason why I came looking for you. Here, take these.
Almond tofu?
Yup. Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that Yan Xiao and I are not only competitors. I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu. I'll be honest, before Hu Tao invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me. So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen and helping a lot too.
Thank you for the trouble. There was no need to... I'll take them. Thank you. And...
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Yan Xiao.
Okay.
That's all. Alrighty, we should head back now.
You're finally done whispering secrets to each other? So much for promising Paimon you'll be back soon. How could you say that to Paimon? In that case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what your dessert is all Paimon's.
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious business. Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think this festive gathering deserves something...
Oh? Is this some local custom?
Nope. This is something I made up so that good luck will be on our side, that's all. Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense to the most distinguished. Lighting the incense will signify continuous growth and...
I see. Perfect symbolism, as expected. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener. If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that you're a wielder of
But when it comes to having a way with words, the notable bard is certainly one. I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. Since we all get to nominate someone... I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
Huh? That won't do. Don't flatter me just because I'm your boss. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. As the host, I shouldn't be... Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our one and only chef here...
Is this really the way that...
It's not a big deal. Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition, the only heir of the famous One Mean restaurant, a good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one again?
Please stop! You're making me embarrassed. If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest...
Huh? Don't get me involved in this.
Oh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the incense, we're all sure to make a huge...
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish. But it's of lesser importance, which means we should choose Chongyun, the skilled exorcist who keeps every...
Huh? Now you're nominating me? I can't be the one when we have the Conqueror of Demons right here. Adeptus Xiao has the most seniority among everyone here today.
I refuse. I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here. You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations. One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Oh, that's right! Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people. No, wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again. Huh? Who else is there? Huh? Does that mean... Paimon's the... Oh, well, that was
I agree. Paimon's just the one without a friend constantly by your side. A long journey would become... But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere...
Ah. The traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But with Paimon plays an indispensable role in making...
You guys! Paimon's not used to... those were genuine compliments, right? Thank you. You made Paimon wait for a long time, but... Paimon...
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the time.
That is indeed true.
That means Paimon is as important to the traveler as Guoba.
Looks like we've come to an agreement. Any objections before...
I trust the traveler's judgment.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the incense for us. Here you go. Take the match, and... don't... It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as you please.
Yep. The tea was amazing.
You don't have to go all polite on me. Just remember to come when I invite... let's see. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Chongyun back home.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one such as me. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime. It was great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spring breeze...
Bye! Oh, we should write poetry. We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
Understood. See you later. Well then.
Rex Lapis.
Just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liu Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin work at sunrise, and if we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli,
Heaven forbid. Not you too.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. I take it as you've gained a lot more. The same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned a few things about her research topic from the evidence she found and the conclusion she made. Her area of research is already but there are multiple sides to humans and gods. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others were kind. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Shao and Ganyu, those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans are something more akin to close companion. This was as true back then as it is right now. Just how Shao may seem unapproachable to most, but the Traveler has proved otherwise, so there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
I mean, Zhongli, what you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant. The director asked me to accompany you on your return, but I don't think you'll need my protection. I'll be taking a walk around and admiring the... After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director. Goodbye for now.
Bye, Zhongli. Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively celebration... Like, at least you always... No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, the best and most distinguished travel guide, will always... Good that you're aware of that. Shell, is there anything else you want to do? We could take you on a tour.
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The city lights are a fine sight, but it's time for me to leave. The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate your kindness. Okay, I'll see you next time then.
this Kazuha.
With your level of artist, but I'm afraid the sail.
Speaking of ships, could you tell your captain how often?
There's not much It's not because even I have to sit in the.
This weather is perfect for...
Everyone hold hands.
Shine down!
Here you are.
How bold.
Everybody stand back!
I see everything.
Illusion shattered!
Looking for trouble? A process of elimination. That's following up.
There is no escape!
Everyone hold hands.
Shine down!
Flicker.
There is no escape!
I'm going in!
Defract.